Alright, who's ready to do the morning routine? Are you sure? Money's a renewable resource. I am all the money I need. I am what it takes to be successful. It's all inside of me. I'm aligned with the divine because I am the divine. Yeah, I know I'm walking the fine line, but that's inside your mind. I ain't self-law and master, forecaster of my own fortune. That's why I speak with caution. Idle talk makes me nauseous. If it ain't about me and mine, we decline your invitation to bad vibes. I had my share of those in the past life. Ask for not act right, say it loud. I am the greatest. Just tell yourself I am the greatest, like you mean it.
What's up, y'all? It's that time again. It's your main man, Kevin Lloyd. I'm here for another episode of Columbus Black on Blast. It is going down as it always does. As you all know, in normal fashion, we want to talk about where you can find all of your episodes of Columbus Black on Blast, which is right on ColumbusBlack.com. That's where you find out about the movers, the shakers, and the creators right here in the capital city and all the great things that they're doing for our community, which is why I'm super excited about who I will be interviewing today, but I'm not going to tell y'all who it is yet. Next, make sure you download the Mile app, that's M-Y-L-E, to make your life entertaining. That's how you find events, share events, post events, and promote events all tied to your location. And guess what? It will truly make your life entertaining. And then for our sponsors, we want to highlight Marlon Gary Chapel of Peace. Make sure you check out the video at the end of this episode to understand a little bit more about how they can be there for you in your time of need. And don't forget, if you're looking for something great to eat, go to Burger Rim on High. That's where they have the gourmet burgers and drinks. What a great atmosphere, great environment, and you can have a great time there as well. For those that are underemployed, unemployed, or looking to truly transition your career, guess what? You need to check out Capital Transportation Academy at CTA4CDL. That's CTA, the number 4, CDL.com. You can understand about their 4-week training process and how that can truly transition or have a huge impact on your life as you change into something new from a career perspective. And don't forget about our ECFO. All you entrepreneurs out there, check out Perry Jeffries, our ECFO at perryjeffries.com. He can definitely make sure you are on track from a financial perspective with your business so that you can get all that is out there for you. Now, without further ado, guess what, y'all? It's time for us to talk about you. What's going on, Oyauma?
How's it going? Man, I love that energy.
All right, good stuff. Good to see you. Wake up, man. If you ain't never, I'm going to wake you up, right? So
some Java.
Yeah, exactly, right? And that's without the coffee this morning. So this is what we do on Columbus Black on Blast. And that's why I'm excited, because we get a chance to talk and learn more about you. Obviously, you and I go way back. I know your background. I know all the great things you have done and continue to do and will do. But it's time for the community to truly understand who Oyauma Garrison is and what you happen to be doing in our community that is so significant to a lot of people. So, why don't we kick it off? Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, all that good stuff, and then we'll jump into what you got going on.
Well, I absolutely appreciate this opportunity to be able to share.
Yep.
And so thank you again. Thank you to Columbus Black and all the work that you're doing in the community to truly make a difference, because we see it, we feel it every day.
Awesome.
So again, Oyauma Garrison. I am actually a transplant into the Columbus market. Been here since 1992, so I really consider this home.
Yeah.
I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland, so born and raised. It's been a tremendous upbringing. I like to tell people, you know, we talk about single-parent households and where people tend to come and how they overcome all kinds of obstacles in life.
Yeah.
My mother raised 2 kids by herself, and as a result of that, 2 really good kids doing some great things in our respective communities.
Awesome.
And she did it after she earned her GED.
Wow.
She did it while she was actually earning her bachelor's. She did it while she earned her master's, her first master's. She did it while she earned her second master's. And as she was on track to get her PhD. The biggest point in all of that is she was truly an advocate for continuous education.
Clearly.
And she was also very much about being engaged and active in the community. So when people ask me about how did I get involved in, you know, all these tremendous sort of philanthropic and community, civic-minded endeavors, it really started at home for me.
Okay.
And so with that being said, transplanted into the Columbus market via Denison University, for those that are familiar. And it's just been a truly wonderful, wonderful ride ever since.
Nice.
Spent 20 plus years in the insurance industry.
Yeah.
And my world changed significantly on October the 1st of 2016 when my daughter fell ill.
Yeah.
And that led me to this new path that I am on, which is truly trying to make a difference in the lives of so many kids out there that are facing some level of a life-threatening illness via a kid again.
Wow. Did y'all hear all that? That was great. So here's the deal. We're going to backtrack.
All right.
So let's go back. So Baltimore.
Yes.
Right? Are you a Ravens fan?
I am a 100% diehard Ravens fan, 100% fair weather Baltimore Orioles fan. I say fair weather because I don't watch it as often.
Yeah.
But that's where I'm born and bred, a product of Paul Lawrence Dunbar Community High School.
Shout out. All right, you're hearing that shout out. A little plug there. That's good stuff. All right, cool. And then, so you've been in Ohio since '92. Are you a Buckeye fan?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Through and through. So I always, OH, right?
Yo.
That's it.
All right, good stuff. I have to throw that out there, right? So then let's fast track a little bit from there, right? So you talked about your mom, right? And single parent situation, but obviously education was a big part of the foundation. And then the community piece that you mentioned as well, right?
That's right.
So kudos to mom, because I understand the same thing growing up with my mom raising me on her own with my sisters and understanding that as well. So kudos to mom for what she's done, all right?
That's right.
Yeah. So then you talked about how you ended up, so obviously you had a strong corporate background, right? Insurance industry. And then you said something pivotal happened, right? On a specific date in October some years ago, right? So you want to talk through any of that and help us understand like what really led you up to what you're doing now with Time Out?
Yeah, so the biggest thing that I like to share with people is just understanding that sometimes you are pulled into your passion, sometimes you are pushed into your passion, sometimes you fall into your purpose.
Right.
And others, they already are on that track because they know, and that is absolutely fantastic. And for some, you may not have hit that path just yet, but eventually it will happen. So for me, I was always about trying to help others, trying to figure out these dynamics. Even when I volunteered, even when I worked in the corporate environment, the whole 9 yards. But I am very transparent, which is to say I wouldn't be here today doing this great work for this great organization if I wasn't pushed by his will on October 1st, 2016.
Okay.
I've condensed the story down. I know many have probably already heard, and those that have not, it really just comes down to a single day and an event where we, being my family, almost lost our daughter. Right. And when I say almost lost, temporarily we did, but then she was recovered. And that is, she was a cheerleader in the high school and suddenly on the freshman football team and rushed her down to Nationwide Children's Hospital, which, by the way, top-notch children's hospital as far as we are concerned. Right. They truly, truly care about the kids and they truly care about this community. And when we got there, we tell people the room literally went from 2 people to 25 plus people, and this is the moment where the leaders from the emergency room came down, the American Red Cross showed up with blood, the chaplain shows up, and all of this because at the moment we had no idea why our daughter had collapsed, what led her to being in the children's hospital, and to the same accord, on that table, literally losing her life for all 10 minutes. And so why is that important? It's important because in moments like that, you truly either find your true passion, purpose in life willingly, or you are pushed into it. Right. And in this particular case, as I'm standing there, realizing all the great things that have been accomplished from the corporate side, I realized I was a little bit imbalanced. Yeah. And you really figure out what's important to you. And in that moment, I realized I already knew, but the reality hit. My family always should come first. And in that particular case, when my daughter had lost her life, literally went no heartbeat for about 10 minutes and finally got her back, we spent 3 weeks in PICU, right? And great people like you and your wife, Sherry Lloyd, and so many others from the community came down to visit and check in on us and our daughter, and we are forever, forever grateful. So that led to a conversation with a number of mentors I had saying, hey, you know what? I want to take a step back from the corporate world. I want to do good. I want to live and do a simple 4-letter word, and that's called good. And in that, I want to step out of my norm, and I want to go full bore into this nonprofit world, but I don't want to just join any nonprofit. Right. I want to do something that's going to have a meaningful difference in our community and, frankly, impact on youth and families. And so some time went by. And before long, I got presented with this opportunity here at A Kid Again.
Okay.
And when they told me about the mission, they told me about the work that the organization does with not only working with the child that's facing a life-threatening illness, but including the siblings and including the entire family.
Right.
And the opportunity to bring them together with others.
Yeah.
And in these group settings, be it 40 people or 4,000 people, you're going to find hope. You're going to find happiness that will help in that healing process.
Right.
And people often overlook the power. I mean, there is intrinsic power in hope. There is intrinsic power in when we get people together and they can share. They can share in the common good of the things that they're experiencing and going through, and the power, frankly, of fun and laughter. I mean, just absolutely amazing. So I share all that to say, I took the leap of faith. I stepped out. I joined this organization. They gave me this opportunity to serve as the CEO, and really with the premise of advancing the organization to start looking at new markets, because many of these children's hospitals and markets were calling. They heard about A Kid Again, and they want A Kid Again in their markets. And our founder and CEO, Jeffrey Damron, who is an absolutely phenomenal individual, said, listen, I can create these things, but scaling, not necessarily my skill set. So that's the reason why he still works with this organization today. That's the reason why he said we need to find someone who can help us get into these new markets. That's why I'm here today.
That is an absolutely amazing and heart-wrenching story at the same time. So for many of you to understand, obviously we go way back. In addition to being close friends, we raised our daughters together. So when that happened, I've shared with a few people, I don't think I've ever prayed as hard as I did that day. And we knew it was serious, like immediately. There was a sense, there was a presence. But at the same time, to see you pivot, right? It was clear that God said, this is what's next for you. And then you took it and you've been running with it, right? So excited for that. So tell us about A Kid Again, right? So we understand a little bit about what you do here, but fill us in a little bit more. And then what have your biggest learnings been since you've been the CEO here for the last, year and a half now, 2 years?
Yeah, it's been just a little bit over a year and a half. So it's been wonderful.
All right.
You know, I'll tell you that A Kid Again was at one point a quiet organization. And all that simply means is they were doing and continue to do a lot of good, impacting a number of people across the state of Ohio.
Right.
And what I mean by quiet is simple, which is nonprofits. They were doing and continue to do great work throughout the state. Others heard about the organization, but we weren't in a position to actually expand into those markets. We have since changed that dynamic, and we changed it by elevating not only what it is that we do, but why we do it, and how we can actually start to reach into those new markets. A Kid Again was founded on the principle of bringing the anticipation and that hope factor to a kid facing a life-threatening illness almost on a monthly basis.
Right.
If you think about it, when you were a kid, you looked forward to certain holidays.
Absolutely.
When you were a kid, you looked forward to your birthday.
That's right.
And you were a kid, you look forward to summer break.
Yes,
right?
Indeed. That's right.
So there's all those moments that you anticipated. And think about how you felt in those moments. Think about how you fought, how you looked forward to. When a kid is facing a life-threatening illness and they're in the hospital, are they excited about the chemo treatment they're about to receive?
Not at all.
Are they excited about the surgery that they're about to undergo? Are they looking forward to and anticipating those moments where they have to take their medications and so forth? The answer in most cases is no.
Right.
They're appreciative of those opportunities that will further and enhance their lives, but what they're really excited about is the moment beyond that. And so A Kid Again brings those opportunities to these kids. A Kid Again brings an opportunity for a kid that is about to undergo chemo in 2 weeks. It brings an opportunity for them to anticipate and look forward to and fight for and fight through that treatment. Because they know in 4 weeks they're going to have a chance to go and do something fun.
Yeah.
They're going to have a chance to do it with their family, and they're going to have a chance to do it with other families.
Yep.
And it could be something as simple as attending a local sporting event. Here,
That's right.
it's attending an Ohio State University football game or basketball game.
Right.
Or it could be something like going down to Kings Island. The Kings Island, the Cedar Point, and Cedar Fair partners have been longtime supporters of a kid again, and kids look forward to that. Why is it important?
Yeah.
Why is it important? The average healthcare cost for raising a child with a life-threatening illness is between $400,000 and $600,000 a year.
Wow.
Most families, when they have a child that is facing that, go from 2 incomes down to 1.
Right.
The divorce rate for many of those families tend to be higher because of the financial burden and pressure that is often bestowed upon those families.
Yeah.
Then there's the other dynamic that these families face. And you know what that is, Kevin?
What's that?
That is when the attention goes solely to the child that is facing the illness.
Yeah.
The other kids, in some cases, if not most cases, feel left out.
That's right.
They feel neglected. And the data and the information supports that there are some cases where there's this behavioral disruption that occurs with the siblings simply because they may react and respond not always in the most positive manner.
Which makes
it's
sense.
attention.
Yeah.
It's about attention. What we have found with the kid again is that 3 out of 4 of our families report that they have stayed together as a unit because we have provided them with that outlet and that opportunity to give the illness a time out, bring the family together, and do that one simple thing, which is almost in essence having a family date time.
Wow.
Right? That date night that's important, that family date night is equally as powerful.
If you all did not understand initially why we were putting Oyauma Garrison and a kid again on blast, hopefully you all truly understand at this point. This is absolutely powerful, absolutely amazing, and think about the impact that it is having on the lives of not just these children, but their entire family. Okay, so this is huge, Oyama.
So, and let me just share this. We partnered up with the Research Institute over at Nationwide Children's Hospital so that we can figure out what really is the reach and the potential for an organization like ours.
Yeah.
You know, when we think about, so part of the reason why I took the role, part of the reason why the organization said we want you in this seat is because from a business perspective, we have to think somewhat strategically and we have to think about the sustainability as we are establishing chapters. So how do you do that?
Yeah.
You have to be able to figure out, so where are these kids? How many kids are actually out there? If you would have asked a number of the nonprofit organizations today that are servicing kids facing a life-threatening illness, how many of them are in some of these respective markets? Most of them would probably say, we really don't know the answer to that. Well, we found out. We found out in a very informative way with the Research Institute. And all we did, very simply, was to take our top diagnoses of our families and match that up with the zip codes of where these families reside to develop what we call a heat map. And this heat map basically gives us some indication as to where they reside in respective to the children's hospitals across America. This also has guided us in the sense of where we believe we fundamentally can best establish chapters that will have the greatest level of sustainability and impact within those communities. What the data has told us is there is well over 1.5 million kids across America facing some level of a life-threatening illness. What the data is telling us is that there are families that are starting to move, meaning they're uprooting themselves from one location and planting into another because that particular children's hospital specializes in a certain level of care that their child needs. Now think about the power behind that, where people are literally changing their lives to ensure that the quality of life for a child that could be with us for the next 30 days or the next 30 years will have that level of quality. And that's the power that a kid again brings, is that we bring these families together, we give them the outlets, we give them the opportunities The data helps us help them
Right.
with resources within their respective community. So why do what I do?
Yeah.
I tell people every day, I have,
Yeah.
I think, the best job in America.
I believe it.
Because I get to wake up every day, and no matter what's going on,
Yeah.
good, bad, or indifferent, I know that this organization, that our team, our volunteers, our sponsors, our donors have done one 4-letter word, and that is good. They
Yeah.
have done good. Because
Okay.
there's a kid out there smiling, there's a family that's together,
Yeah.
there are people who are thriving, and it's all a result of us providing
Yeah.
this ongoing recreational therapeutic relief. All that simply means is we provide them with fun on almost a monthly basis,
Yeah.
and they get to give their illness a timeout.
How about that? Wow. Mic drop. But we must continue. So question is, what is next? Because that's a lot of great information. What's the next milestone, right? You talked about the growth, the scalability. You talked about the data, the analytics. It's letting you know what needs to be done. What's the next big milestone for you to accomplish?
So big things for us right now is we are already exploring our conversations in a few markets where we're actually going into. And with that, I can tell you there's a lot of excitement and energy around that. And
Okay.
as we're thinking about these new markets, our intent is to be in several new markets over the upcoming years.
Yeah.
And the reality is it's very viable and it's very doable because the markets have asked us for it. And when you have that level of engagement, it's only a great recipe. The data also supports our efforts.
That's right.
We have great donors and sponsors that are also supporting these efforts.
Okay.
So when we think about that in our volunteer base, truly, truly tremendous.
Right.
Things that we have on the horizon here, which I am truly excited and appreciative of. This upcoming end of month in May,
Yeah.
we have a unique opportunity with the Indy Fest 500 Parade, where A Kid Again is going to be a featured nonprofit organization. We're going to have a float in the parade. We're going to have kids on this float.
Yeah.
And guess what? For 45 seconds to 60 seconds, nationally, people are going to learn about A Kid Again.
Wow, that's great. That is great.
They're
We want to
gonna
get the
learn.
word out.
That's right. And we also have our upcoming gala.
Yeah.
And in that gala, it gives us an opportunity to recognize good people who have done great work.
Yeah.
But it's really to help crystallize why we do what we do and to connect people with the work of A Kid Again. So on June 8th, we have our annual gala called Time Out.
Awesome.
This year's theme is Wonderland.
Wonderland.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be energizing.
Yeah.
And so we're just truly, truly excited about it. It's going to be another opportunity, too, for people to learn more about the organization as we're going to look at some creative social media pieces.
Okay.
Anyone that's interested in learning more about A Kid Again, anyone that's interested in volunteering for us, anyone interested in just giving, even if it's $5 a month,
Right.
$10 a month,
Yeah.
goes a long way in providing hope, happiness, and healing for these families.
Wow.
Visit us, check us out, www.akidagain.org. Very simple. Or you can call us, 614-797-9500, and speak with any of our team members to learn more about how you can help.
Okay.
Or if you are a family or know a family that should be a part of our program, we welcome new families every day.
Outstanding, outstanding. Do me a favor. Tell them directly how they can get in contact with you again.
So you can reach us here at A Kid Again at www.akidagain.org or give us a call, 614-797-9500. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and now Snapchat.
Oh, how about that? Even on Snap, huh? That's good stuff.
Yes.
That's good stuff. So I do have to ask you this question, right? So you kind of broke it down, and obviously there are a number of different ways people can help. Specifically, right? Especially right now. I know you have the annual gala coming up. I know fundraising is critically important. I know volunteerism is critically important. But how as a community, if you said, hey, I have one ask of you all, how do we get behind supporting you and A Kid Again with what it is that you're doing? What do you need from us?
Listen, the biggest thing that I can share is this organization has had a profound impact on the city of Columbus.
Yeah.
It has had a profound impact throughout the state of Ohio,
Yeah.
and not just in terms of the numbers. The economic impact that the organization has been tremendous. We're talking tens of millions of dollars, bringing these families together and getting them out to enjoy local adventures, events, and activities.
Okay.
In addition to the employment of great talent throughout this state. Now we're in Indianapolis. So how the community can support and get around all of this is just by simply being there to support these families.
Okay.
Here's the one piece that I want to share.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes when we look and we think about kids facing a life-threatening illness or anyone else, if they're not a part of your family, you think it's someone else.
Right.
And I got to tell you, it's in your community. It can be your neighbor. It can be your coworker. Sometimes we know, sometimes we don't know what's actually going on. Every dollar, every financial contribution helps support our own.
Okay.
Every opportunity where you come out and volunteer, when you come out and you roll up your sleeves to be a buddy for a family, when we take them to Kings Island or to Cedar Point, and some of the family wants to get on a roller coaster, some don't want to get on a roller coaster, and if you're the family buddy and you don't mind getting on a roller coaster, you don't know how much that means to those families.
Wow.
Simple.
That's so simple.
Kindness.
Yeah.
That's it, right? That's how you can get yourselves engaged.
Okay.
Here's the other thing, because naturally, we often think about this in terms of how this breaks down in the community.
Yeah.
3 out of 4 of these families tend to be single moms.
Okay.
Now, if you're a single mom and you've got 1 kid, 2 kids, 3 kids, it can be a challenge.
Right. Right.
We welcome your support.
Okay.
Go out there to our website, sign up to be a volunteer. Go out to our website, $5. I mean, you're talking about less than a cup of coffee
Today,
at some places.
That's right. Yeah.
$5 a month means the world to a family that literally has to decide, do I take $20 and go to the local event to kind of have fun with the family or pay a bill?
Wow.
$20.
Yeah.
Think about the cost of some of the adventures that you as your family go on.
Yeah.
Compare that to a family that now is living off of 1 income.
That's right.
It can be a little bit of a stretch. That's how the community can rally around.
Okay.
These families appreciate the support.
Yeah.
They appreciate when people come out. They appreciate when you are kind to them and you welcome them.
Yeah.
And the only other asset I have in this community is please, please, please understand this. The kids in our program, they are normal.
Yes.
My biggest learning, you asked this.
Yeah.
My biggest learning since I've been here at A Kid Again, and I didn't realize this until I was a part of the program, was that there are people out there that when they see a kid with a trach, they see a kid in a wheelchair, they see a kid with a scar that might have just gone through surgery.
Right.
Instead of recognizing that this kid is truly a special kid and is normal like any other kid, they often ask the question. And they ask a question that frankly they don't always realize is not, I will say, the most appropriate question. And you know what that is, Kevin?
What's that?
Because I've heard them say it. They go up to a family and say, what's wrong with your kid?
Wow.
There's nothing wrong with this kid. There's nothing wrong with these kids. These kids, the reason why our program is so powerful is because when they get together as a group, they finally get to feel normal. They don't get looked at as being different.
That's right.
They don't get stared at when they're out at the zoo. They don't get people taking pictures of them, and they don't get people walking up to them asking, what's wrong with your kid? When they're with the A Kid Again family, they're normal. They're normal.
Okay. Enough said. That is heavy. That is very, very heavy. Without it being intentionally heavy, it's the reality of what you have learned. As you said, your number one most significant learning. And I appreciate you sharing that. Hopefully, each of us can have a different perspective after hearing this interview in regards to these kids and the fact that they are normal and there's nothing wrong with those children, and understand the significance of when these families come together and these kids have these experiences, and I can see why they look forward to continuing on, because definitely that's something to look forward to every single month. And it's amazing what a kid again is doing and what you're doing here, Oyaumas. So I'm proud to even have the opportunity to talk about this with you so we can share the word and get it out there. Hopefully you all are paying attention, but also you get involved, right? Because it's always about what can we do now. You have the information and the knowledge. They say when you know better, you're supposed to do better. So I'm going to ask that you all check us out at akidagain.org. That's AKIDAGAIN.org, as you stated earlier. Okay? I do have a question for you as we get ready to wrap up. Has ColumbusBlack.com done anything for you or Kid Again?
Yes, ColumbusBlack.com has been absolutely phenomenal. ColumbusBlack.com has helped our kids give their illness a timeout and put me on blast.
How about that? We like that, all right? So y'all know how we do. So on that note, you all know what I always say. In order to understand more about your future, you need to know a little bit more about your past. That's the reason why we just put Oyauma Garrison and a Kid Again on blast. And don't forget to check out all of our episodes on ColumbusBlack.com. That's how you see all of the cool information about our movers, our shakers, and our creators, just like Oyauma Garrison, and what they're doing in our community to truly have an impact and make a difference. If you haven't downloaded the Mile app, make sure you download it. That's MYLE. It will make your life entertaining. That's how you find events, share events, post events, and promote events based off your location. No more complaining, sitting at home saying, I didn't know what was going on. Don't forget about our sponsors, Marlon, Gary, Chapel of Peace. View the episode of the commercial that they have at the end when we get done today. And then, once again, if you're interested in some really good gourmet burgers, check out Burger Rim on High. Transitioning, unemployed, underemployed, looking for a new career opportunity, go get your CDL license. CTA4CDL.com is how you find out more with Capital Transportation Academy and our ECFO, Mr. Perry Jeffries. That's how you get connected. If you're an entrepreneur, he's the one to handle all of your finances for you to help you get on track. And don't forget, special shout out to Ohio Media School. We thank them for their support to allow us to even be able to do what we're doing with Columbus Black on Blast. And my man, Cap City Nitty, for all of the filming and editing that he does as well. And on that note, y'all know how we always end. I'm out.
All right, who's ready to do the morning routine? Are you sure? Money's a renewable resource. I am all the money I need. I am what it takes to be successful. It's all inside of me. I'm aligned with the divine because I am the divine. Yeah, I know I'm walking the fine line, but that's inside your mind. I ain't self-law and master, forecaster of my own fortune. That's why I speak with caution. Idle talk makes me nauseous. If it ain't about me and mine, we decline your invitation to bad vibes. I had my share of those in the past life. Ask for not act right, say it loud. I am the greatest. Tell yourself I am the greatest. Like you mean it. I am the greatest. Act like you know. I am.
Oh, it's a wonderful tribute.
For a wonderful person.
Oh, yes. She was a horrible person. She was so kind and giving. Although she borrowed my cookware and never returned it. Everything is so lovely here.
She looks so beautiful.
My God, how did they make her look so good?
Mother.
Oh, I was just admiring all the beautiful work that you do here. See, that's why I would not let my family take me to anywhere else but Marlon Gary Funeral Home, Chapel of Peace.
That's right.
That's
It's
right.
mighty fine.
Mighty fine.
Incredible.
Yes. Marlon Gary Funeral Home, Chapel of Peace.
On your way to heaven, stop by here.